Hello! Hi! It's me, Samby. It has been a hot heckin' minute since I have come to speak with you guys and filmed anything. Senby is not here, and yes, I have a whole basket of goodies, and I kind of wanted them to be in the. It is what it is. Anyway, don't mind me. I am trying to adjust. It has been kind of a rainy day here, but according to the weather, we're not supposed to have any more rain for an hour, so hopefully I can film a little bit. I have not been on for a while, and I don't know how long I'm going to film for, but I just felt the urge to chat with you guys. So welcome to the Caught in the Wool podcast. I don't know if we can even call this officially a podcast or a vlog or anything like that, because let's be real, I haven't been knitting. I mean, I have a little bit, but it's been on the same projects I have had going for literally forever. This time last year, I was knitting a sweater. Senby was knitting a sweater. And this year, I don't know, a lot of stuff has come up. So for you guys that are on Patreon, I give you a little bit more of an update of what has been going on with us. But if you aren't, and you are just here now for catching up, catching on, catching it, what am I talking about? So, I mean, let's be real. The summer has been going by super, super fast. Technically, it's still summer. It is August 15th, so it is still summer. But it just feels like things have been zooming by ever since May happened, which was Maryland Sheep and Wool and all of the prep for Maryland Sheep and Wool. Getting home, it was like bam, bam, bam with everything that has been going on with us. I feel like I spend more time working on the business than I even get to knit anymore, and same for the other bees. Baby bee is in nursing school now. She's been putting herself through nursing school, and of course I have like a goofy little like hoverfly flying around. I mean, we're outside and we're on a farm, so it is what it is, which I feel like should be my caption here. It is what it is. Anyways, yeah, I wanted the beautiful background to show for you guys because the farm is so beautiful when it is this kind of cloudy day. I mean, other days too, but when it's cloudy like this and you get all of that drama, I mean, it's like farm core, cottage core, perfect vibes. So while we have this, I am going to show it off and sit far from the camera and show you guys what is up. So I mainly wanted to come on to give you guys that little update, tell you what's been going on, which is honestly not a lot, but also a lot. Not a lot, but also a lot is kind of a good way to put things. You know, this year, so much of our past years, since we've started the business and we've been like on YouTube, on Instagram, you know, really publicizing this, I feel like we were kind of running a bit of a rat race, for lack of a better term, of just trying to survive. And it's still the same, but I feel like, because when you're running your own business, it's always, for those of you who have your own business, you'll understand. And with the current problems with everybody who built a business during social media booms where you could actually market and things on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all of that, everybody's been struggling. That's not news. That's just been, you know, everybody's been facing that. For us, we've always had like a growth delay. I don't know why, like we've never really gone viral in any way. So it's just, it is what it is. I wish I had like an official editor who could like come on and be like, just edit this video for me so I could put that in every time we say it. And I'm really sad Senby isn't here, but she's currently dyeing yarn. So that's kind of the thing, is that since we've been spending so much time in the past years, I think we hit like this moment where so many things factored in at once. Like I have been having a ton of migraines. Queen Bee's been dealing with medical stuff. I've been dealing with other medical stuff. You know, social media's been like a little bit of a really sad time. I was talking to my friend Jen, who her and Bug run Knit Circus Yarns in Wisconsin. I was also talking to my friend Lindsay from Sassquash Aran and a few other people, Melanated Boho Babe, Casual Fashion Queen, Sheena Casual Fashion Queen, some good friends, and everybody has just been kind of struggling with the social media stuff. People who used to post on social media all of the time are no longer posting. Like, you'll go on their Instagram and you'll see that they haven't posted anything in like 6 months, and you're like, what's going on? So that's been a little bit like a demotivator. Like, you almost don't want to post anything because you're like, I'm not gonna really get there, like nobody's gonna see it. But I and all of the bees, we've always sort of felt that way because, you know, when we started, people have started the business after us who make, you know, their business is level with the level we're at. They'll surpass us with views and popularity and all of that stuff. So it's just kind of, it's not new to us. But I think seeing even them struggle, I was talking to Jen today and I said, I think even seeing them struggle with getting views is just, it kind of like gets rid of all the hope. But anyways, I want to overcome all of that. Enough of this dreary stuff. Just because the weather is a little like dreary, it's my favorite kind of weather. So what am I doing? Why am I talking about dreary stuff? I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an explanation. Also, migraines hitting at the most inopportune moments, and then trying to recapture our lives a little bit and focus on living your life, even though it feels like every day, how do I explain this? Like, every day it feels like, and maybe you're experiencing this too. If you are, tell me, because what the heck's going on? I feel like time is literally going so fast. And I was talking to Queen Bee and Sun Bee and Baby Bee, and it has just been zooming by faster than ever. I remember, oh my gosh, like 10 years ago, I would be, I think 10 years ago, let's just say 10 years ago, before we went into dyeing yarn full time, we were still doing a farmer's market, and most of our yarn was either farm yarn or hand spun yarn that we would hand dye or spin or everything. We weren't as big into the dyeing aspect of yarn yet. I wonder if that's kind of like getting me blocked on YouTube and stuff. Maybe I should stop saying dyeing. I feel like it's one of those words that's getting like cut out. Maybe I should say coloring. Before we were coloring yarn, I feel like we were, you know, but seriously, before we were coloring yarn, we were hand spinning a lot of yarn. And I remember I was cranking out patterns. I was hand spinning all day. I was getting my chores done. I was doing this, X, Y, Z. And also another thing is I feel a little burnt out on social media a little bit. Like, I don't want to spend as much time on my phone as, and one of my neighbors just drove by super slowly, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out here, I'm filming, whatever. Maybe a kitty cat will come. I don't know where the kitty cats are. The grass is kind of wet, so maybe that's why they're not out here. But anyway, if you are new here, sorry for not explaining until 10 minutes in. But I am Sam B from Bumblebee Acres Farm. I've been doing the Caught in the Wool podcast, which is, name is inspired by my dog Peach. I used to joke and say, Peach, you getting caught in the wool? You getting caught in the wool? Because she would get into my spinning, my yarn spinning and my knitting, and she would kind of just like cuddle up into all of it, and then she would sniff for little pieces of fluff around the studio, and she'd have wool stuck in her hair. She's a Havanese. If you want, you can check out previous episodes and see, but yeah, she's got like long, almost like Maltese looking hair, and yeah, she loves to get caught in the wool, and if I say caught in the wool to her, she starts to howl near the end, which is weird because she's not a very vocal dog otherwise. So she's gotten older, she's more vocal, but we're all kind of like, why did she start doing this like oh every time you say caught in the wool? So, about Bumblebee Acres Farm, we live on a farm in northern Illinois, which is where I am at now, and it is owned and run by me and my family. My mother, Queen Bee, aka Carissa, I'm the eldest, then it's 𝐴𝐶𝐵 is next up, or Sarah, and they are both the head dyers, the head color creators, the geniuses behind all of that. I do most of the website running, customer service, emails, inventory, shop updates, all of that stuff. I also design, I do a little bit of yarn dyeing, and I also design patterns. 𝐶𝐮𝐫 also designs patterns. Then there's Baby Bee, who also helps with yarn processing, running the farm, and who is in nursing school now, as I mentioned before. And she's going to probably be leaving the farm for the most part soon, but, you know, she's got 2 more years of nursing school, so we are going to use that as much as possible because she's a workhorse. I'm just kidding. Baby Bee, don't come at me right now. It's fine. I'm not going to work you to death. I promise. I promise. But she did clean bunny cages yesterday, which was a huge blessing. And then there is Brobee, who is Joey, and he is the youngest at, gosh, how old is Joey now? Is he 22 or is he 21? He was born in 2003, so it would be 21. Oh my goodness. Well, I was trying to do my math. He's 10 years younger than me, but I keep forgetting that I'm 31 and not 32. I'm turning 32 this year. I just jumped the gun on that, I guess, in my mind. But yeah, so we have this farm where we raise Cormo Shetland and Cormo Shetland sheep, cross. And also we have some Angora bunnies, even though we are phasing them out a little bit because our current flock, they're a little bit older. We moved farms and we used to have a completely climate controlled area for our bunnies. And because they're Angoras and they have so much wool on them, having them in a not climate controlled barn is very stressful on us and them. So we are kind of phasing them out, even though they're my favorite part of the whole thing. You know, they're older, they're all like getting up there, they're at least 8, the youngest ones, so maybe in a few years when we can get a better setup for them, we might have a few more. But we also have cashmere type goats, Pygora goats, but we have the more cashmere type fleece of them. And what else do we have? Some chickens, uninvited pigeons that we keep trying to get rid of. And you know, I was one of those people who's like, I love pigeons, they're so cute, and they make such beautiful little sounds, but they really are pests. So we've been trying to get rid of those. And it's a constant struggle. We have some barn kitty cats, we have our pet dogs, and a few honorary chinchillas. From back in the day when our rabbitry was climate controlled. And we moved here to our beautiful farm. So yeah, none of us have been crafting as much. Queen Bee has been working on a blanket. I have several designs in the works that I need to publish that are seriously amazing. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I came up with some new stitches, so I love to come up with new stitches. So I love to come up with new stitches. It's just a weird thing I love to do. I love to be like, okay, but what hasn't been done before or barely has been done before? So I came up with you've seen the bubble stitch. So I came up with a bubble hearts stitch, and I made a cowl and a hat matching pattern that is on our Ravelry, and all the links to everything are below in this video. But you can also just go to Bumblebee Acres Farm or bumblebeeacres.com. I don't know why I said farm, because it is one of those days for me, always. I wanted to show you the new update too. That's kind of why I'm here. I know I've been doing the commercials. I used to do, back in the day, 𝐶𝐴𝐵 used to get on and show shop updates in person on like a podcast like this, and I would hold up each and every beautiful yarn and be like, do you see how gorgeous this is? This will be in the update. But now I do really nice commercials. I think they're nice, with the help of Queen Bee, and we put those up on our YouTube, so that way you can kind of see them really up close and beautifully. And yes, thank you, yes. Look at this one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys that stuff. And we're just gonna vibe, guys. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful out here, and I'm already at 16 minutes of video. So maintaining the farm has been a full-time job lately. Dyeing, keeping up with all of the dyeing that we've been doing. We recently did the rainbows update, which all had to be reskeined. I have 2 rainbows here that are going to be in this update. They are Autumn Rainbow. You can see how beautiful this guy is. And this is Stormy Rainbow. How appropriate is Stormy Rainbow for today? It is the vibe. It is 1000% the vibe right now. But the fun thing about these guys is that they are variegated yarns. They are not self-striping, even though they look like self-striping yarns. They appear to be almost like self-striping yarns. They are not. They are dyed in a way that when you dye them, you can only dye 1 skein at a time, because each color is very intensely and artistically blended. It also means that every skein is sort of one of a kind. 𝐏𝐴NBee and 𝐶𝐵ee are very, very good at getting consistency. There are some things that are out of their control, like if they open a new jar of dye for a certain color, or our water gets blended wrong by whoever is softening it or what have you. Like the acidity and everything of the water affects dye, as always. It affects everything if you know about like washing your clothes and stuff. So same thing happens when you're dyeing yarn. But yes, they take a lot longer, and because there are so many colors in them, when you skein them, and by skeining I mean twist them up, you take the big loop and you twist them up like this. When you skein them up, they look pretty, but you are missing a lot of the colors. Like, you can't see quite as many colors. So this kind of shows a cool effect of how, and this hoverfly, it's not capturing him, but he is right in front of this, he's right on the screen. Anyways, you can see all of the cool effects of the rainbow in these. And I'm showing these on Squishy Sock. And they will be in tomorrow's update. I'm uploading this tonight for sure. So Friday, August 16th, 2024, these will be in the shop at 7 p.m. CST, so Central Standard Time in the USA, 8 p.m. EST, and then I don't know everything else off the top of my head, especially from across the seas times, but yeah, there's also 1 hour early access for Patreon subscribers. So if you are on our lowest tier on Patreon, you can also shop an hour early, so starting at 6 instead of 7 for Central Standard Time. Yes, I think I'm saying that all correctly. Anyway, oh, Patreon's another thing. Patreon, we have had to update our prices because we got an email only a few days ago, I think it was less than 5 days ago, from Patreon saying that Apple has decided, so Apple Inc. has decided that if you're ever going to purchase a membership on Patreon for anybody, and you are on an Apple device, you have to buy it through the App Store, which is a 30% fee. And they said that, well, there's no way for you to know and like just charge Apple customers, like, which would also be unfair, but there's no way to just do that. And already Patreon takes an 8% cut of everything, so doing the math on it, for our lowest tier was previously $3, and I had to up it to $5, and that doesn't go into effect for a while. But there's a big huge post on Patreon if you are on Patreon or just want to become a member, because you can become a free member, and I do post things that are public and free, so you can be a member. It's weird, right? Like, so instead of it just being public and then free for everyone, I can also do it for people who are a member of our Patreon, but not a paying member, and they can get posts that are different than the public post. Public posts just so you know, if you ever go on Patreon, which is a social media platform. If you're unfamiliar with Patreon, Patreon is a social media platform that's for creators, oftentimes podcasters, artists, stuff like that. They will post like their content and exclusive content and YouTubers and stuff like that, and you can sort of monetarily help support them, because if you enjoy their content, you can, you know, and you feel like you want to help out a little bit, you can pledge a monthly or annual amount. So yeah, I had to update the prices on everything, and unfortunately for the higher price tiers, so we have a llama B tier, everything goes up based on the size of the animal and how important they are on the farm. So we have a bunny B tier that lets you have early shopping access. We have a goat B tier, which is kind of getting phased out, but you get 28, I believe, recipes immediately, and everything from bunny B tier, and you also get put your name if you are an active Goat B Patreon member. At the end of this video, you get your name in the credit roll. Then there's Sheep B, and the thing that sets Sheep B tier apart is you get exclusive discounts on patterns when I release patterns, and also monthly knit night access. So I host a little I and 𝐶𝐵 mostly, it's mostly the two of us, host a little Zoom knit night, and it seems like it's getting darker, so hopefully it doesn't start raining, but I figure if we get a few drops, the yarn will be fine, I'll be fine, we'll all be fine. It hasn't been like downpouring, so we'll see. Anyway, it is what it is. What was I trying to say? Yeah, the llama B tier. The llama B tier is the highest, and they get a sock set that I dye every month. So it's kind of been my experiment in learning how to dye and come up with my own colorways. I've been doing a lot of Throne of Glass inspired stuff because I am in love with Throne of Glass. And I think this month, just as a little sneak peek for you guys, I think this month I am actually going to do a, because I saw this show, it's so good on Netflix. If you like mystery, thriller dramas, but it's also based on a young adult book, but it's weirdly very much not really young adult, yes but no, is The Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix, and I was a little bit like, ugh, I don't really like that name. It's just a weird kind of name. The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like, what? Anyway, freaking good series. Very good. I have a lot of questions. I downloaded the book and I'm going to read it because I feel like there's stuff that got left out. And it is a 3-book trilogy, so I'm hoping that they make the other books into their own little mini-series season. But it's not like, it doesn't end on a huge cliffhanger, which is really nice. It's like a 6-episode mini-series. I think I'm going to do a colorway based on it because literally it is so, like, pretty. It's set in England in the countryside, in this little town, and it just is so pretty. So I might do that. And then, yeah, we have to do clubs. That's another thing that's coming up. What is coming up in our lives? Clubs for the month. We have to do August clubs, and we also have to prep for Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, which is always the, first full weekend in September. I'm forgetting the dates right now, but it is just around the river bend, and we have to get yarn dyed for it. So that's what they're in there doing right now. Otherwise, 𝐶𝐵 would be out here. They're either dyeing for that or they're dyeing for the Halloween update, which is going to be not next Friday, but the Friday after. So we split it up because doing twice as much yarn in an update in 1 week is a lot more work, not just for them, but also for me, and it's also more overwhelming to shop it and have a budget for it. So it just works out for everybody if we just split them. So without further ado, let's talk about this autumn update before it freaking rains on me. First, can I talk about project bags because I have them on top and they are literally so cute. So my best friend, Hannah, best friends since, Oh gosh, well, we've probably been best friends since 6th grade, but we have been friends since utero. Our moms were in Lamaze together, which is kind of like first time mom school class. But 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐨𝐧 Designs, we are her exclusive retailer, but she makes, you guys, she makes the most beautiful bags. I mean, there are other people who make beautiful bags that I like to purchase bags from. Shout out to Twisted Yarn and Fiber. I have quite a few of her bags, but 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐨𝐧 makes these beautiful canvas bottom bags in her large and medium sizes. Always have canvas bottoms. And then her sock sack size doesn't need a canvas bottom, so it does not. But look at these beautiful, beautiful prints for this update. And you will see that they actually are pretty complementary to the yarns. So if you are one of those who love matchy, 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 I mean, look at that lining. It is perfection. I'm just so obsessed with them. I don't know. I truly want one of each. But I think, like this one, this is such a different type of autumn print. But it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And also understated, and you could use it other times of year. But this one. This is the one that I'm like, I must keep it if I'm going to keep one. Because look, it has a, I'm going to get up to show you guys. It has a little sweater. It has apples. It has donuts. It has 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐨𝐧 as coffees. Sorry. So fun fact, 𝐏𝐏𝐭𝐫𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐨𝐧 is what my Latvian grandmother, great-grandmother, and mother call coffee. I don't know why. I don't know, it's just what they called it. So we've been calling it 𝐏𝐏𝐭𝐫𝐭𝐫 more often recently, so it kind of just came out. But yes, it's the 𝐏𝐏𝐭𝐫𝐭𝐫 bag. I am obsessed with it, and I almost think I need one. So cute, it's so cute, it's so cute. And then also, I should say that the inside on the medium and large have pockets. But they're so cute. And 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐭𝐫 does this thing, and I'm sure I've shown you guys before, but 𝐏𝐴NA does this thing where, and I didn't ever even think about it, she ties a little bow, and holds her bags with the little bow on it. Like, how cute. How cute. Well, I mean, if there was yarn in here, it would be much. Let's put yarn in it. Let's put yarn in it. Why am I being silly? Why am I being silly? I don't know. But let's see. One, how many fit in a medium? So you have to remember, like, if you have a project actually going, you know, you want a little bit more, but these bags hold a surprisingly large amount. Like, okay, so that's 3 Coquette Sock skeins, and our Coquette Sock is 115 grams, so I think that one and Marshmallow Worsted are our biggest skeins. I think both of those are 115 grams. Everybody else is 100 grams. But look at how much room you still have in there. Like, you can easily fit 6 skeins in this thing, just to hold it for your shopping. And I know people who also use them for like lunch bags, or just like gosh, this would be perfect for a Kindle bag, or like a journaling bag. Okay, well, obviously I need it, so I don't know what to do. I just won't tell anyone. Let's talk about the update. Let's talk about the yarns in the update, I should say. So we already talked about the rainbows, so let me talk about all the other colors, and let me grab them all at once. There are 7 regular colors, and only one of these is returning. So Stormy Rainbow is a new color, Autumn Rainbow, and Harvest Moon. And Harvest Moon is a beauty. Look at Harvest Moon. She is a beauty. I'm sorry, I have fluffs on her, but whatever. Those 2 are returning colors. And if you want to see the colors better, you know, I have this commercial that I actually filmed where everything is actually in focus and stuff, so you can always pop on there and see the colors in a better tone and all of that stuff. So this beauty is returning from past years, but everybody else is new. And we also decided to dye everybody on, uh-oh, the wind is starting up. We decided to dye everybody on not bubble sock. We skipped the bubble sock this time, so we have, except for the rainbows are only on 4 bases, but on all the other colors we did 6 bases. So we have Squishy Sock, Coquette Sock, Squishy DK, Tweedie DK, Tweedie DK, and Tweedie Aran. Oh no, I have another one of these. Uh-oh, did I leave a color? I might have forgotten a color, you guys. Oh no, who did I forget? I forgot somebody, because that's Harvest Moon as well. Ooh. Wait. This is how many yarns? Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, that's okay. I just brought 2 Harvest Moons by accident. I have one of everybody else. These are all new, brand new. So I have here on Tweedie DK, this is Spicy Cider. How beautiful is Spicy Cider? On this, she is perfect for, and she is a variegated, but she would be perfect for that like soft, girly fall vibe. For another soft vibe, but not as girly, but you could totally girly her up, her or him. I have to hide my face so that way I don't focus on my face. This is Crisp Autumn Air, and Crisp Autumn Air has this beautiful orange and this very pale dusty blue. Another variegated. We like variegateds here. They're very good at making variegated yarns, so it's a variegated kind of business. I mean, we do tonals and speckles. This guy is a variegated, but also kind of a speckle because there aren't very long runs of the color in this guy. This is on Coquette Sock, and this one is Apple Orchard. Apple Orchard has a little hint of green in there. I'm trying to see in the screen without showing my face. It's a little bit of green, and has sort of more of a cool vibe. It's got this beautiful like caramel color here, browns, greens, this pinky red, this plum color. It is very Apple Orchard-like. And we have Stories to Tell in the Dark. Stories to Tell in the Dark is, of course, another variegated. And it kind of gives like midnight cabin energy, right? This is another Coquette Sock skein. I kind of just grabbed whatever. And the color kind of created this cool speckled effect up here. I will show you up close. See those cool, pretty speckles up there? Gorgeous. And people ask a lot with Coquette Sock, if it's more of a sport, if it actually gets gauge. It totally gets gauge. Totally does. I've explained this before, but it is made of a different wool. Our other sock yarns have merino in it, and Coquette Sock is made with Corriedale. And Corriedale is soft, but a longer staple, so you don't have to do this really tight spin like merino does. So here you can see them side by side. Are they focused? Yeah. So merino, like this one Squishy Sock, is 4 plies. So 4 little strands twisted together to make it so it doesn't pill. Corriedale can be spun a little bit looser, a little bit fluffier, so it can really fill out your stitches nicely without being prone to pilling or wearing out or fuzzing out as much. So it knits on bigger needles beautifully. It also fills out your sock stitches amazingly and gives you warmer socks. Almost, this guy knits up a little bit more like a non-superwash, but it's still a superwash yarn, so it's not going to felt on you or shrink, or if you accidentally throw it in the dryer, it'll turn out just fine. I always recommend hand washing your knits though, because sometimes colors bleed, Like, you know, the classic red sock in the whites, you know, when you're washing your whites on hot and then you leave something red in there and everything turns pink. Some colors will just do that. Like if you open up the fibers by getting them hot and putting in the right things like soap to really open up those follicles on each strand of hair, it's going to release any dye that was captured in there and open up the other ones to accept it. So I always recommend washing in cold water with soap. Don't soak too long, don't agitate after, lay flat to dry in the shape you want it. But yeah. Another Coquette Sock. Coquette Sock is my favorite. Unashamedly going to say Coquette Sock is my favorite to stash because if you hold it two strands together, either on itself or with another color, it creates the most amazing DK or worsted or tweed-like appearance yarn. But yeah, October Nights is gorgeous. It's got this plum, brown, stormy gray and blue and caramel in it. Very gorgeous. And then another one on one of the tweeds. This one is on the Tweedie DK, and this is Autumn Bouquet. And isn't Autumn Bouquet just delightful? Another girly color. Not super girly. I mean, you can make something for a man out of this because it's just like a maroon in there. I wouldn't say it goes quite to the magenta tone, but it is. This one and this one together, you guys. So Spicy Cider and Autumn Bouquet together are just everything. Like, how cute. How cute. I mean, I don't know. I am all for these like soft girl tones though lately, like just but the drama, I'm in love. Anyways, that's all for the yarns and the bags. I do have mini sets, but you are going to have to go on the commercial to see those, or on the website, or on the Instagram feed, because I posted everything on Instagram and Facebook. There is also one other thing. They're just very hard to hold, and also 2 of them are one-of-a-kind sets, so I have to keep them separated, and it's just hard to film like this. I didn't want to do it, okay? Let's be real. I didn't want to do it. Then, if you remember, we had little beekeepers online recently. Gosh, what was it, the beginning of the year? And now we have pumpkin keepers. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Okay, they are wool felt, and they have light bulb stitch markers. One is holding it, so you can totally put this on either your project bag or on your project itself, and it holds your other stitch markers or progress keepers, or even you can slide a darning needle on one of these, like threaded on, and just hold it so you're not going to lose it. I love these. We are also going to be restocking the bees, so we have little felt bees that are so cute, and they have the same function, but they're just so cute, and they're wool, and they are so convenient and just charming. I mean, I don't know. I love little things. I guess I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you watch the Vlogmas, like, I love miniature stuff. Miniature stuff is just, I don't know if it's like the dollhouse thing, the Barbie doll thing, or just how charming and cute it is. Like, you know, when you see little baby knits and baby clothes, and you're just like, this is so tiny and cute, and how is it so tiny and cute? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. And what else? So yeah, the update is going to be this Friday. If you want early access, join Patreon, and we very much appreciate it. And also, what else was I going to say? I also brought some other yarn that I want to knit for fall/Halloween, and I might just cast it on because whatever, why not? But I'm going to show you it because it is from last year's fall and Halloween updates, but they didn't return this year. Actually, I don't think they're returning this year. These 2 might be. This one might be, but I don't think it is. And they're all on Sassquash Aran, which is also going to be in the update, but I somehow missed bringing a Sassquash Aran skein out with me. So this is the yarns I kidnapped from last year. We have Scarecrow Fest. I love Scarecrow Fest. I don't think they're dyeing it for the Halloween update. It's a little bit more of an autumn color. But Sock Witchery just sent me a picture of her knitting up socks in this. And it is just so pretty. It is so pretty. I love Sassquash Aran, and some people ask why we don't carry a worsted, why we carry Aran, especially when we're at shows. They're like, I need a worsted, and the thing is about Sassquash Aran is that it is BFL. So BFL is blue-faced Leicester, and that is a sheep wool. Uh-oh, we're starting to rain. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up soon, but because it is kind of like Corriedale, it is a longer staple length. Yay! It's kind of nice at raining because the leaves aren't turning yet. Usually I'm ready in August for the leaves to change, but I'm not because the summer went by so fast. Anyway, it can be spun a little looser, which means you can knit it down tighter into basically any worsted project. Like, it's going to hit gauge. I've knitted on a 6. I've knitted on a 5 and hit gauge. So, you know, just always swatch your projects. I hate swatching. I know that I'm like kind of a hypocrite by saying that, but I feel like you gotta swatch. You gotta swatch. You gotta know. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I am gonna go in before it starts raining too bad. It stopped sprinkling. Nope. It's still sprinkling. I'm gonna go in. Thank you for hanging out with me on this lovely 43-minute episode. Please like the video, follow, comment. If you have anything you want to chat about, let me know. All the links are below, and you can check out the links on our website. And thank you again to all of our patrons who help support us, because you guys are the real MVPs, most valuable players. And also, thank you to everybody who purchases our patterns or our yarn or any of the above, because literally, even if you like and comment and follow on any of our socials, you guys are helping us out and helping us keep our business, our 100% full-time family business. So, yeah, keeping the American dream alive. Anyways, I'll stop with this Midwest goodbye. Queen Bee used to get on my case. She'd watch these and she'd be like, why do you keep rambling at the end? And I'm like, because I'm waiting for another thing to pop in my head that I forgot to say, okay? It's a Midwest goodbye. It's part of my culture. Anyway, I hope that you guys also might stop by at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool if we don't put out another video before then, which, let's be honest, I didn't put out a video pretty much all year, so I probably won't post another one before Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. Come out and see us at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, and if not, come see us at New York Sheep and Wool. We will be there too in Building A. Alright, love you, bye. The only leaves that are changing yet. There are the goats. They're eating. They love the rain. They love it.